Hello and welcome back to In the Kitchen with Pen, and today it's another Christmas recipe. I've lost my F, my F's gone off. It's another Christmas recipe, and let's be quite honest, Christmas in the UK isn't Christmas without, little clue, mince pies, mincemeat. Now, mincemeat nowadays is a mixture of fruits and alcohol and suet. In the olden days, there did actually used to be mincemeat, minced meat in it. This is mince meat, no D. So, I'm going to show you a way of making a slightly different mince pie. Looks a little bit more special on the plate, shall I say? So, come on down and see what we do. So what have I got? I've got a sheet of puff pastry, and I took it out of the fridge about 10 minutes ago so that it's easy to handle, and I have just unrolled it. I'm just cutting off the excess paper so that you can see more than anything. Okay, I have some mincemeat. This is homemade. You can find the recipe for this on the Facebook page In the Kitchen with Pen. I have some egg to glaze. So far, so normal. I've also got a, oh my gosh, a clementine, and I'm going to be using some of the zest to pop over the mincemeat. And also I'm going to be getting some sugar out, and we're going to be making a clementine, oh my gosh, what's the word I'm looking for? Syrup, that's the word, clementine syrup, that when they're cooked I'm going to brush them with. But let's get on with actually the make of the pies. So what I'm going to do is, hopefully, I'm going to divide this into 3 fairly equal pieces. So that's why I folded it into 3, so that I have the fold marks there that I can work on. And then I'm going to just cut them using a pizza cutter, because it is far easier with a pizza cutter than with a knife. Oops, don't go off piece, but if you do, just don't worry too much. And then we're going to, I think we'll do this like this. We'll go into half. And we'll cut that. And then again, each half we'll cut into half again. So we're going to end up with 12 pieces. We'll be back when we have got them. And to start, we are actually going to egg wash every single edge. Just enough so that it'll stick. So we're not doing it to glaze, it's for sticking purposes. And you'll find out exactly why we need that very, very shortly. That's that done. Now we're going to take a teaspoon, if I can find that. There we go, a teaspoon. And we're going to put a teaspoon of this boozy, delicious mincemeat into the middle of each of these. And again, once that's done, we'll come back. And there you can see that we have all of our squares have a dollop of mincemeat, and I'm just going to, using my fine grater, my plain grater if you will, just zest some clementine over the top, and the oils come out obviously, and the smell that you get is just amazing, and it just freshens up. You could do this with shop bought mincemeat too. In fact, I'd advise doing it with shop bought mincemeat, just to oomph that flavour just a little bit more. Oops, always happens, doesn't it? Right. There we go. Okay. And now what we're going to do is we're going to cut diagonally from the corners in towards the mincemeat. So let me turn around so that you can hopefully see better what I am doing. So just, and then we take this piece here and we bring it in, and then we bring that piece on top, and then that piece, and then that piece, and we're going to push them down, and we'll carry on. I'm going to see if I can pick this one up so that you can see exactly what you're aiming for. Remember the windmills that you get at the seaside? That is what you're aiming for. So I'm going to do all of these, and then when they're all shaped, I've used a little bit of spare pastry on top of them just to make sure, she says, rather hopefully, that they don't come apart. But now all I'm going to do is I'm going to, and this is the actual glaze, not the stick, egg glaze them all. I've got my oven or my Ninja grill or my Ninja foodie, it doesn't matter what you use, or your kasori, and I've got it preheating, and I am preheating it to 170, or did I do 180? I'll tell you once. 180, and I've set the time for 15 minutes. So don't be stingy with your egg wash, you want a beautiful colour. And then when that's done, all you've got to do is to pop them onto an oven tray and into your oven, or onto the plate of your Ninja on some greaseproof paper for 15 minutes or until they're cooked. So I'm actually going to use this paper because it just makes sense, if I can, and just pop these into the Ninja, and there we go, they're in there, and we'll shut the lid and start to cook. And we'll let those cook, get the other ones in, and we'll make our clementine syrup. What I've done is, as you can see, I have zested the rest of this clementine, and it's in this small pan, and now I'm going to put the juice from the clementine in here. And if you haven't got clementines, you can use an orange, you can use a satsuma, you can use a tangerine. I wouldn't say use a lemon or a lime, no, okay? So use a sweet citrus fruit. And then you're going to get a couple of teaspoons of sugar. Just go in with those. Right, 2.5. Leave the sugar out because I'll need it. And then just very, very gently, we're going to heat this until the sugar is dissolved. And I've barely got a flame there, and that's exactly what I want. So put this on and keep stirring. We want to just make sure that all that sugar melts into those lovely clementine juices along with the zest that we have there. And that is how you make a simple syrup. Normally you'd use water, equal amounts of water to sugar. So I've just done it using the clementine juice and some of the zest. Now that took no time at all to melt the sugar, and that is ready to brush onto our cooked mince pies. We will come back when all the pies are cooked. We're all cooked. We are out, we are on our cooling rack. And now I'm just brushing them over while still warm with the clementine syrup. And I've done these ones already. The ones that are on the paper have not long come out of the oven. And I'll leave them on the paper because it saves making too much mess. But I hope that you find these as attractive looking as I do, and agree that they make a really different offering to your normal common or garden mince pie. Now, what do you think to those? Well, they're made in minutes. Buy shop bought puff pastry. Don't make your own. It's really not worth it. If you are using shop bought mincemeat, jazz it up a bit. Put some fresh cranberries in there. Put some more zest in there. Put a bit of brandy in there. Give it a good old stir and it will be perfect. But that's those, and we know what we want, don't we? We need the taste. Well then, they're cooked. They're glazed. They smell lovely. So now we need to taste. So there we go. There we have one. And yep, it smells lovely. So let's taste. Let's go in. Beautifully flaky pastry. Lidl's, I kid you not, excellent, and for the price, can't go wrong. You can taste the clementine syrup on top, and I know that this mincemeat is boozy. And so darn good. I don't normally do this, but I'm going to. I'm probably going to finish this on air. so to speak. You know how Keith Floyd never seemed to cook without a glass of wine? Well, I never seem to cook without a cup of tea. Maybe that's my USP. Right, I'm going to finish this. They're sticky. They're lovely. On your Christmas buffet table, they'll look wonderful. We have guests coming for the next 2 days, so hey, guess what they'll be eating? So, if you've liked this recipe, this episode of In the Kitchen with Pen for Christmas, then give us a thumbs up. Any comments, write them down below. What would you do different? Do you even like mince pies? I know some people are like, oh, I don't like all the dried fruit. Put some booze in it, you'll like it. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it, and I'll see you again very soon in the kitchen with Pen. Bye bye. Thank you for watching this edition of In the Kitchen with Pen, and quite a lot of the time, Steve. If you've liked what we do and want to see more, then click here.
And if you'd like to subscribe, please click here.
Thanks for watching. See you soon. Bye bye.
Keep cooking.